He is a man who represents a party which is imploding as of this moment, has no consistent position on Article 370. We are talking about the grand old party, the Congress, and we have with us the Member of Parliament from the Congress, from Anandpur Sahib, Mr. Manish Tiwari. Mr. Tiwari, why was there no consistency in your party's position on Article 370? We still do not know what the official position of the Congress party is, because your MLAs and MPs are speaking in some other voice, whereas what was said in Parliament was something else.
Well, I'm surprised that you do not know what the official position of the Congress party is, because the Congress party in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha voted against both the abrogation of Article 370 as well as the dismemberment of Jammu and Kashmir, its truncation into 2 union territories. The Congress Working Committee officially passed a resolution to that effect. So that is the position of the Congress party. So therefore, if votes in both houses of Parliament and a resolution of the Congress Working Committee does not constitute the official position of the Indian National Congress, then I do not know what does.
No, but then Mr. Tiwari, are you not aware that there are many leaders within the Congress party, individuals, let me name a few, Jyotiraditya Scindia, who does not believe in this official position that you are talking about? He has welcomed, for instance, Article 370 abrogation.
Well, I do not want to get into individuals, but the fact remains that what has happened is a travesty of the Constitution. They have trifled with, trampled upon the Constitution of India. And let me explain how. Article 3 empowers the government to redraw the boundaries of a state. Now, Article 3 mandates that there should be compulsory consultation with the state Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, whose boundaries are being redrawn. Now, the government decided that since the Vidhan Sabha was not in existence, the power of the Vidhan Sabha vested in Parliament, and so therefore Vidhan Sabha was equated with the Parliament, completely ignoring the spirit of Article 3, and then in exercise of powers under Article 356(1)(b, read with Article 357 of the Constitution of India, they decided to bring this reorganization bill, which if you read Article 357(2) carefully, can actually be undone tomorrow by the legislature of the concerned state. So, theoretically speaking, the assembly or the Vidhan Sabha of Jammu and Kashmir, even though you've truncated it to a union territory, being the successor state of Jammu and Kashmir, and there being the rule of continuum as interpreted under various constitutional statutes, can tomorrow undo this decision, because any decision which is taken under emergency legislative powers which are available to Parliament in terms of Article 356, which is that if President's rule is imposed in a state, the Parliament has the right to be able to legislate on behalf of the state, that being a legislative power and not a constituent power. Ultimately, whatever legislation is enacted under this power has to be ratified by the concerned state assembly, and in this case, because you've chosen to dismember the state, I think the successor state, which is the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, when its legislature is constituted, would be well within its rights to review the bill which has been passed, or the act which has been passed by Parliament, invoking these emergency legislative powers.
Now, I really wonder whether this was what Mr. P. Chidambaram was talking about when he said that there is a major legal loophole and we are not going to tell the BJP what. So I want to ask you my final question, Mr. Tiwari. What can we really expect from the Congress party in terms of your next strategy when you make one officially with everyone on board? That is, what is going to be the Congress party's official Article 370 abrogation strategy?
Well, let me come to 370 also, as to how the abrogation of 370 is again a constitutional monstrosity, to put it lightly. What this government has done is they brought a presidential order whereby they said that the word Constituent Assembly in the proviso to Article 370 subclause 3 should actually be read as Legislative Assembly, and since the Legislative Assembly is not in session, so therefore assuming powers of the Legislative Assembly in terms of Article 356(1)(b) and Article 357(1), the government decided to abrogate Article 370. Now, this is a huge stretch. First of all, you read Constituent Assembly to mean Legislative Assembly, then you decide to read that Legislative Assembly, as it is not in session, actually means the Parliament of India, and then the Parliament of India, in consultation with itself, decides to abrogate Article 370. If this comes up before a fair judge, I am very sure this will not stand the test of law.
All right. Manish Tiwari, many thanks for joining us right here on NDTV.